Moving on and shifting our focus, more than 100 days after the Iran war started, the big question remains the same. When will the war end? Donald Trump now says that the answer could come as early as today. He said that a deal with Iran is ready for signing. He also said that the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened right after the deal is signed. The US president has also said that the process will move forward smoothly, but if there is a problem, then he has an alternative ready as well. So several questions remain unanswered at this point in time. Where will the signing ceremony take place? Will it be physical or virtual signing? Who will be part of the signing ceremony? We are saying this because as per US media, there are no official signing ceremony on Trump's public schedule today. He's slated to spend his weekend in the White House before heading to France for the crucial G7 summit. So is a peace finally around the corner, or is this another flip-flop by Donald Trump is a big question at this point in time. Next few hours will really decide on that. But even as Trump talks about a Sunday signing ceremony, Iran has hit the brakes on that. Iran has said that talks may be moving forward, but there is no agreed date yet. The Iranian Foreign Ministry has said that the world will have to wait a little longer for the clarity to come in on this. Let me get you more perspective and go across to my colleague Mayank, who's been tracking all the details. Mayank, it now appears that we are much closer to a peace deal ever than before. Trump has said that deal will be signed today. Do we know where, and will it be virtual or physical signing? What has Iran said on this? Because if we go by US media, they are saying that his public schedule that the White House puts out, it does not mention anything. He will be spending weekend in the White House. Today is his birthday, and then he will be heading to France for the G7 summit. So what is lined up? Next few hours are going to be very important. Do take us through the details.
You said it right. Next few hours are very important. And as far as the statements and counter statements coming from both sides is concerned, I need to bring out the statement which has come from Iran's side, because that might give a better hint from the point of view of agreement. But as far as peace is concerned, Europe is being discussed as one of the places wherein some kind of agreement, if it takes place, is supposed to take. But then coming back to what Iran is saying is that there is still some time before some such kind of an agreement takes place. And the larger issues, as far as the first is opening all kind of movements in Strait of Hormuz is concerned, that is going to be the focus, going by the statement is concerned. But then the last statement or last sentence of the statement which has been issued on Truth Social by President Donald Trump, it hints something of, some additional thing, like they have other options also to employ, which means if nothing happens, then there are possibility of the US using some other options. So still, things remain still nebulous. There are enough room and window to believe that it may take place or it may not take place. And going by the statement from the Iranian side, it seems that there are still some sub-conditions. I'll repeat this word, sub-conditions, which are still to be agreed upon by the two sides. When I say sub-conditions, because the major topics which are being discussed about are Hezbollah, cessation of all operations from Israel side on Hezbollah, opening of Strait of Hormuz, removing all the sanctions and defreezing the kind of funds of Iran which are still blocked in the various banks in Europe and US, and the biggest part is coming to an understanding on nuclear issues, whether Iran is going to give up all its rights as far as enrichment of uranium is concerned.
All right, so the next few hours are going to be very important. Clarity remains on where the peace deal agreement will be signed, who will be present there, what will be the timings, because what US President Donald Trump has said so far is that there will be a peace signing ceremony today. Nothing regarding where, who will be involved, etc. Thanks so much, Mayank, for getting us all those details. In fact, Iran appears optimistic about a possible agreement with the United States, even though several key issues are still unresolved. Iran's foreign minister has said that both the sides have reached an initial understanding on some points. He said that US has agreed not to interfere in Iran's internal affairs as a part of the early framework. However, he has also said that several major issues have been postponed for the further talks. Listen into what he said.
موضوع بحث هسته‌ای رو ما موکول کردیم به برنامه به توافق نهایی. به دلایل مختلفی که واقعا در شرایط حاضر امکان بحثش نبود، خواسته هایی که اونها داشتن به هیچ وجه قابل پذیرش نبود، لذا ما موضوعات دیگری که امکان توافق در مورد اونها وجود داشت رو آوردیم در مرحله اول. موضوع هسته‌ای رو موکول کردیم به مرحله دوم که خب مرحله سخت‌تری هست و 60 روز مذاکره براش پیش بینی شده. در مرحله دوم یا توافق نهایی بحث هسته‌ای در کنار بحث رفع تحریم‌های ایران و یکی دو تا موضوع دیگه که حالا سر فرصت خواهم گفت بررسی خواهد شد و توافق نهایی صورت خواهد گرفت.
And with this, a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.